Before I go into Wish, I want to talk about the short film that came out before this movie, Once Upon a Studio. It's a Disney short about every Disney character in the past 100 years getting together for a group photo. It's honestly really sweet and wholesome and is without a doubt the best thing Disney has released this entire year. They kept the animation style of all the old characters, and there's some old recordings they used for the ancient characters, and it was a really nice detail.
Picture time, guys!
Okay, here we come. Wake up, wake up!
And hearing that old recording that was never used for Aladdin from Robin Williams, absolute perfection.
I haven't seen a fall like that since Rome. Oh, much better.
Seeing Mickey talk to Walt was incredibly wholesome that it made me kind of sick in a good way, and the final picture of all the characters made me realize Disney may kind of suck now, but you gotta give them credit. They have brought us so much magic to our lives.
Oh, Mickey, where are you? We're in the lobby.
Gotta go. But thanks. On with the show.
And now for our feature presentation.
Wish is Disney's latest animated movie to commemorate 100 years of their studio. It's honestly crazy to think that Disney has brought us so many classics through the years. Is this movie up there with The Lion King, or is it mid like Strange World? Well, I'll just say it's a lot better than Home on the Range. Wish is the story about a young girl named Asha who wishes on a star and gets a more direct answer than she bargained for when a troublemaking star comes down from the sky to join her. Now she must team up with the star and her talking goat to give back the wishes to the citizens of her town that they have given to King Magnifico. Already, this is probably one of the most intriguing storylines put in a Disney movie. My biggest gripe with this movie is that, well, with such an interesting premise like this, most of it feels wasted. While the premise of the wishes are great, the overall story isn't truly anything to latch onto because within the premise it feels derivative like your standard Disney movie. That's not to say that there are no good things about the story though. The biggest praise I can give this is whenever they talk about wishes. Learning that people's wishes can be vague and not easy to wish for, or the fact that people's wishes don't need to be granted by someone else if they believe in them hard enough, is such a fascinating lesson. It causes this to be highly thought-provoking. Literally every time they talk about the morality of wishing upon stars and which wishes can be granted is easily the best part of the movie.
The wishes you're not going to grant, you could just give them back. Then, I don't know, the people can try to pursue them themselves?
You've completely missed the point. People come here because they know they can't make their own dreams come true. The journey is too hard, it is too unfair. They give their wishes to me willingly, and I make it so they forget their worries.
You make it so they forget the most beautiful part of themselves.
If the story was a derivative from old Disney movie cliches, then I really think I could rate this higher than the score I'm gonna give it. But the idea about the wishes really saved most of the cliche element. I get what Disney was going for here. They're trying to celebrate their 100 years of magic, and honestly, some of the Easter eggs about other Disney movies thrown in here are cute. Like the end credit scenes do something for their movie catalog that I won't spoil, but can we please stop having the talking animal sidekick or animal sidekicks in general? It's kinda getting old, but that star was adorable. There's actually a huge twist that I did not see coming from a Disney movie. There is no twist villain. That's the twist. Absolutely crazy. Chris Pine shines as King Magnifico and delivers a menacing and hilarious villain who is very sly, and honestly one of Disney's best villains in a while. The music in the movie is good. Encanto had me looking up the soundtrack as soon as I left the theater, and while this movie won't have me doing that, all the songs are good, but there's two songs that are absolute showstoppers. You'll know what they are when you get to them. The animation and the cinematography for every musical number is absolutely stunning. Overall, Wish is just a solid movie. It had a lot of potential that was wasted, however, but the whole Wish thing they bring to the table is outstanding, and the villain and heroine are both entertaining. The animation is cartoony and a different style from what they are used to, and it helps keep things a little fresh. Despite the story falling flat, this is a decent Disney movie to celebrate 100 years.